My name is Sarah Watson. I'm the Director of Operations.
And I'm Amanda Nichols, the Director of Education. We're actually sitting in our kickback cave. No other school I have ever been to has a spot for kids to just come and go, and everybody needs that.
So one of the things that we do is we combine counseling and education. I have my counseling degree. Amanda has her education degree. And when we were building this, we really saw that that was one of the huge missing pieces.
My name is Katie Green. I have a second grader named Drew, and he started here in August of this year. We homeschooled Drew for kindergarten and first grade, and then when second grade was coming around, we decided we wanted to try something a little bit different.
My name is Stephanie, and I have an 8th grader, Maverick. He's very strong in auditory learning, and traditional learning has been a struggle for him.
And so Drew was enrolled, getting ready to start here, and my husband ended up having a medical emergency, and we had to leave and go to Houston. And so that kind of put a halt to things of him coming here in person. And I reached out and let Sarah know, and they had created a plan for him to be able to attend virtually. And so he became the boy in the box. He was in the iPad all first semester.
Immediately, he started taking over the grid. He started taking over his time management. This is literally the first semester in 8th grade in his entire academic career that I didn't have to sit with him the entire day to do his assignments.
There was one day he was in math class with Miss Wendy. During class, she could just tell that day that Drew was just having a harder day. And I thought, you know, she's never even met him in person, and so for her to know just through an iPad, to know that, hey, he's having a harder day, that she caught that, and that she stopped her class and prayed for him and for his dad, you know, and so it meant so much in that moment. The kids were involved in the prayer, and so it was just so much more than like, hey, Drew, we're gonna pray for your dad. It was like, we stopped, we took the time, she recognized, and so from that moment, it was like, nowhere else. And I just thought, this is the place that I can send my kids to school and know that teachers are probably going to catch on to things that I can miss easily on a daily basis, and that they're going to stop and take that time to encourage them and to lead him to the Lord in that.
Really, it's twofold for me. One, I am happy that he can have a Christian education. My second thing is, again, I have a very bright boy who learns outside the box. Just because he doesn't learn it or provide it back to the teachers in the way that the system is set up for the majority does not mean he's not bright or talented or does not have the ability to succeed. So I feel like the school has done those two things for our family.
Especially when we first got to Texas in August, it was really hard for everybody. We're in an unfamiliar place. We didn't have family, we didn't have friends. And so there were many days that he would just beg to go back home. And we wanted to try to keep our family unit together. And when he started, even though it was just on the iPad, he didn't have a clue who any of these kids in the class or who the teachers were. But literally that first week of a Monday, Wednesday, he just became a totally different personality. And it was like he found community, he found purpose. And so he looked forward. He would make sure every night before school that his iPad was charged, he had everything ready. He had something to look forward to. And so just his whole demeanor changed. He just became a totally different kid, and he stopped begging to go back home.
My name's Connie Rhodes, and I get to be the elementary science teacher for 1st through 6th grade. I think my favorite part with it is just really working with the kids. They grow on you very fast. They are very sweet. I like the style of them being able to be in their class for 30 to 60 minutes on one subject, and then getting to move around, getting to do other things, and just being able to have that connecting point with each of the kids throughout the day.
My name is Christian Jolliffe.
My name's Hunter.
Ari. Rosie. I'm in 6th grade.
9th.
2nd.
And I'm a 10th grader here at KB Academy.
Kinetic Bridges is more flexible, and you can stand or sit on the floor if you need to, as long as you ask. Whereas the other school, you had to sit in your chair, and it was way more quiet, and I'm talkative, so that doesn't really work out.
I like that we can move to different classes and there are different teachers for each classroom.
It's a place where you can relax, talk to teachers about life sometimes. The people here have heart.
The teachers love and care about the kids.
I've enjoyed it. It's been fun to get to meet people instead of just being at home all the time. I just feel like I've grown as a person, just kind of moving up in life. And I feel like it's kind of helped me to have a support that I can fall back on.
It doesn't feel like you're being shoved in a mold. It's just a really nice place.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is to expect more than just an education. Education is huge, and that's obviously what we send our kids for, but it's just so much more than that. And so I think to just have the expectation of have a community of people, to have teachers who truly care about your kid, to expect your child to grow spiritually.
The amount of confidence, resilience, perseverance that he gains from doing all of that himself is what's going to take him through the rest of his life.
That's the things that we're hearing from the parents is they're actually taking those steps on their own. And ultimately, again, that's our goal. Our goal is we're aiming for advocacy.
I just think that, you know, there's no regrets in making this decision. For our family in the beginning, it was a little bit stressful because public school was a free option, homeschool was a free option. And so it is a financial investment, but when you sit and look at it, it's completely worth it.
Parents get a little nervous about switching schools or switching systems, and you're taking a risk because it's a brand new school, but it's paid dividends for us already.
And for us, it's been the kids. It's been watching the kids have that success. And we know every story of every child in this building. And we can see those successes.
I have to figure out now what to do with that extra 4 hours or 5 hours a day that I don't have to sit with him. This is what it's like when your child can do their homework all by themselves. This is amazing.